So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum BC Open House of 2023. My name is Bahia Peters, and I will be facilitating today's session. We may not go for the full hour. We'll just see how many questions everyone has. I'd like to take a moment to do a land acknowledgement, whether you are at the University of British Columbia, Simon Fraser University, the University of Victoria, or elsewhere. Let's just take a moment and consider that the land that we are on, that we work and live, is the unceded traditional ancestral land of the First Peoples of Canada. And just to get this clear and out of the way, why are we here today? The purpose of this meeting is to bring awareness to the various programs, organizations, and opportunities, events happening in Quantum BC, quantum computing in British Columbia. So thank you for being here, and please ask lots of questions. It's quite informal, so if you'd like to unmute yourself and ask a question, and you can always put a question in the chat. Here's the agenda for today. I'll be starting things off to talk a bit about what Quantum BC is and a bit about the NSERC Create program that I coordinate. Next, we'll have Deepak Gupta from Quantum Algorithms Institute. And then I'll speak a little bit about the Blussen Quantum Matter Institute, followed by two of our Create students, Jamal and Adi, to speak about research and internship as it relates to the program. I'll speak a bit more about scholarships, and then we'll have Lily Watt from the UBC Quantum Club, Ella Meyer from Diversifying Talent in Quantum Computing, and I'll speak a little bit more about upcoming events and activities. And of course, questions at the end, but also throughout. Any questions so far? Feel free to put it in the chat or just unmute yourself. I think the majority of people here today are students, so this presentation is geared towards you. But again, everyone's welcome. So what is Quantum BC? Quantum BC is a joint initiative of our three top research universities in British Columbia. That includes the three indicated at the bottom: Simon Fraser, University of Victoria, and University of BC. It aims to stimulate and enrich collaborative efforts across research, training, and innovation in quantum computing. And there's our website. Please check it out. Here's a bit of a timeline from the inception of Quantum BC back in 2019 to present day and beyond, highlighting some of the initiatives and activities that have taken place. Also considering we had to deal with COVID for a good portion of our program and of Quantum BC's activities. So how we innovated, did a lot of things online, including these virtual open house gatherings. And just a different way to look at things under the umbrella of Quantum BC. We have different audiences: the public, our K-12, our undergrads, our graduates, and industry professionals. And this is just a snapshot of some of the things that we have going on. Within Quantum BC, we have a program through NSERC called the NSERC Create program in quantum computing. This is a graduate program, so it's available to graduate students at these three universities. And it provides training in quantum hardware, software, professional development, as well as a paid industrial internship. There's just some pictures of some of our students, some of our activities, and a bit of information about the scholarships. So I'll speak a little later about the undergraduate student research top-up. And finally, just to look at our ecosystem and the many ways that we're supported and work together with software companies, hardware companies, post-secondary institutions, and other support. Finally, there is my contact information, And this is our program director, Lucas Krastowski. And I will pass it over to Deepak, who will speak a little bit about the Quantum Algorithms Institute. Before we do that, were there any questions at this time about anything I've said so far? Okay, Deepak, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Vaya, for this opportunity, to speak a little bit about Quantum Algorithms Institute. I'm Deepak Gupta, Interim Chief Learning Officer at QAI. I've just started recently in this role, having taken a leave of absence from Kwantlen Polytechnic University. So a little bit about us, next slide, please. Thank you. QAI, or Quantum Algorithms Institute, was founded in 2020 as a non-profit entity that works across quantum technologies to support economic development in the quantum sector here in BC. And QAI is not just about algorithms. We support activities across quantum technologies as well as applications for algorithms. We bring together academic research, industry, as well as talent to help grow the quantum sector here in BC. And we also work across industries to develop a customer base, for various quantum technologies, and particularly, support workforce development. Next slide, please. And how do we do that? We do that in 4 different ways. Awareness and outreach are the key to help people understand the potential for, quantum across industries, as well as the opportunities today, for industry adoption and careers in quantum. We pilot, industry projects by bringing together both the quantum innovators, companies that are developing quantum technologies, as well as quantum customers together. We also collaborate with academia to offer professional development training to help people add knowledge, quantum knowledge, as well as skills, and bridge to a quantum career. And finally, we facilitate partnerships, across academia, industry, and government to help grow, this quantum sector. Let me share a few specific opportunities available to you. Next slide, please. The Academic Affiliates Program, and some of you may have heard of this, supports faculty and students, particularly with knowledge mobilization, industry partnerships, training, access to quantum hardware, and grant writing. For instance, I don't know if you knew, a grant writer, Tamara McNeil. She has office hours, and she's open to faculty and students, for any grant writing questions and advice, you might need. QAI is also sponsoring access to D-Wave's Leap computer, both training as well as access for faculty and students. So I encourage you to, check out our website for more information. QAI has also sponsored access to IBM's Quantum System 1 through March 2024 for BC higher education. So please do get in touch with us, if you'd like access. And finally, in partnership with faculty from UVic, we are launching Quantum Software Engineering Bootcamp. The first session will start in early December, and I encourage you to check out our website for more information. Next slide, please. And so, yeah, to wrap up, I encourage you to get in touch with us, via our email address here or through our website. You have the contact information on the slide. In addition, you can also subscribe to QAI's newsletter through our website or follow us on social media. We are on LinkedIn as well as on X. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deepak. Are there any questions at this time? I'll just keep moving forward, and if you do have one, just put it in the chat or speak up. I'll say a few things now about the Quantum Matter Institute, the Blesson Quantum Matter Institute, which is located at the University of British Columbia. It brings together students, faculty, and staff who are focused on quantum materials. One of the partnerships that's highlighted here at the bottom of the slide is between QMI, Max Planck Institute, and in Munich, Germany, and the University of Tokyo. Quantum materials and research can be seen as the building blocks for the national quantum strategy. Here are the principal investigators at Blesson QMI. They span 3 different departments, and students do get a chance to work with cross-disciplinary faculty, both in theory and in experimentation. One of the programs that Blesson QMI supports is a PhD joint program, which is a partnership with Stuttgart, Germany. So students in this program have a supervisor in both countries, and they get to do research and work with materials in both. This is an international collaboration that is accessible to students. And the program allows its students to access workshops and courses that are part of the previously mentioned University of Tokyo UBC Max Planck collaboration. Pictured here is Raphael Hanel. He is the first student to graduate from this program. And as some of you may already know and have attended previous years, the next Quantum Days is coming up in February in Calgary, Alberta. Registration will be opening soon, and Blesson QMI is actually one of the founding members of Quantum Days. It's an event that brings together the quantum community across Canada and includes posters, talks, and much more. So if you'd like to get in touch and find out more, there are various ways to do that through their website, social media, and their email address. I think I'm just going to need to reload this. There we go. And I'd like to invite Jamal Mohammed Khani, who is one of our NSERC Creating Quantum Computing Scholars, to talk about his internship experience.
It was about research, I think.
I'm sorry, research.
Yeah.
My bad. Thanks, Jamal.
No worries. Hi, everyone. I'm really interested to be here. Thanks for inviting. I'm going to talk about my research experience here and my other experience that I had through this 1 year that I've been here with NSERC Create program. I'm working in quantum optics in physics department, and our goal in lab is to build an all-optical quantum control phase gate out of hot rubidium Baker cell. So you might ask what control phase gate do. There are a lot of use cases for the control phase gate or C phase gate. Namely, we can build an entanglement gate using 2 Hadamards before and after C phase gate, which that means C phase gate is one of the fundamental building blocks for quantum computation in quantum optic approach. Obviously, there are different approaches for doing quantum computation, namely superconductivity, photonic, ion trapping, and unfortunately, when you are buried deeply in your research, you're just focusing on one branch of many. And that makes it hard to keep up with all of the other fields. But the good thing about NSERC program is that in your first year, you start with Introduction to Quantum Computing course, which lays down the foundation to know a little bit about the vast era of quantum computation. In it, I learned from the basics to how to analyze and synthesize quantum circuits. Also, we have been introduced to some of fundamental algorithms like phase estimation through this course, which I've gained a concrete knowledge to how to understand and analyze quantum circuits, which was very important. Plus that, you'll have a lot of workshops, namely superconducting workshops and photonic workshop. And my experience was that I learned to think out of box, and that was so fascinating for me because I wanted to broaden my knowledge and understand more about different areas and be able to, when I want to work on other approaches like in superconducting qubits, I must know at least the basics. So that was very important and helpful for me.
Thank you so much, Jamal.
Yep, no worries.
And now I'd like to invite Adi Jordan, another one of our Insert Create scholars, to talk about his internship experience. Adi?
Thanks, Fahia.
You're welcome.
My name is Adi. I am a master's student at the University of Victoria, and my supervisor is Dr. Uri Kashtaja. So my area of research is actually more on the theoretical side compared to Jamal's, which is in optics. And I do basically research about quantum walks and also kind of the intersection between quantum walks and education for quantum computing. My internship experience was actually through the Quantum Algorithms Institute, as Deepak already introduced, so that's kind of cool, and also with a company that's called Multiverse Computing. And basically what we did was myself and then a team of some other people put on this quantum computing boot camp to really teach professionals in the industry about quantum computing. So these are professionals who maybe already had some experience with programming or some experience with physics and quantum, but didn't have both. So they came from varied backgrounds. And it was really, really cool because we built this boot camp pretty much from scratch. We made all new materials and designed the course layout, the assessments, and the kind of final exam as well. And we got to teach all of these professionals about basically the basics of quantum computing, about coding in Qiskit, using Jupyter notebooks, all the things that are used in very commonly that you find when you're looking at quantum computing. So the boot camps were 4 weeks each, and we offered multiple sessions. I was only a part of 2 boot camp offerings, but it's since been offered another 2 times, I believe. And yeah, it was really cool to work in this experience because it tied in really well with my research. I was able to use my research in quantum walks and education to teach foundational quantum materials using quantum walks and also kind of present my research as well through an educational lens. So that was very, very cool. Next slide, please. So yeah, this is kind of what I did. I ended up making a lot of these slides and a lot of materials that I can later use for other educational endeavors that I do. And this is the flyer that you can see. It covers learning Qiskit. It covers learning to access and use IBM quantum computers. It covers creating quantum circuits all the way from just basic ones to more advanced, well-known algorithms like QPE or quantum phase estimation and Grover's algorithm, which are huge, huge algorithms within the quantum computing sphere that you'll need to use a lot for other algorithms when you later go on to do your own circuits. Because it was marketed not only for people who know about quantum, but also people who maybe have a background like in physics, but don't have a background in computer science, then the internship actually did cover a lot of computer science concepts as well, like learning to code with Python, learning to use environments such as Docker, learning to use version control such as Git and GitHub. all of these things that integrate nicely when you're learning about quantum computing, and that will really help if you're trying to go into the computing side of quantum computing. Next slide, please. So there are more boot camps offerings as well if you're interested in either joining as a student or potentially for your own internship. The bootcamp dates are listed here. So their first one, it has been split into 3 different parts, where we have the first part, which is just kind of the beginning of getting into or getting started with quantum computing. That's going to go over setting up your environments and learning how to create your first circuits in Qiskit. That will be running from December 4th to 8th. Then the middle part here, which is getting into the more kind of the meat of going into famous algorithms and circuits that are the famous quantum algorithms, that will be running January 15th to 19th. And then lastly, going further into hybrid quantum classical computing, and kind of learning about what that is and how we can achieve it and why it's so important, which I will leave for them to explain, January 29th to February 2nd. Now, all of these offerings are from 6 to 9 a.m., which is super early in the morning, but it is useful because then you can kind of get it out of the way. And because it's so early, it doesn't conflict with a lot of the other things that you might be doing, like going to classes or attending other meetings and such. Or if you're working full time, then it doesn't conflict with that as much. So yeah, if you're interested in getting in joining the bootcamp, then you can contact Dr. Hausi Müller or Dr. Ulrike Steger. Down there, their emails are provided if you're interested.
Thanks, Eddie. Thank you very much. I'm going to just say a few things about the CREATE program scholarships. If you're interested in this program, of course, you can reach out to me to find out more, but we do have a fair bit of information on our Quantum BC website under the Learn tab. And applications are now being accepted for fall 2024. We do sometimes take new students in the spring as well. So the deadline is end of January. And the main requirements is you need to be a graduate student or entering to be a graduate student at UBC, SFU, or UVic. And you need to have a supervisor or at least plans to get a supervisor. So there's information in the Scholar Handbook, and I will share these slides after so you can access all the clickable links. As well, for our undergrad students who are planning summer research related to quantum computing, we have a top-up fund of $1,125 that you can apply for. And the deadline for that is end of March. And again, that's for undergraduate students at SFU, UBC, and UVic. And you can find that information on the Quantum BC website as well. I'd now like to invite Lily Watt, who's going to speak about the UBC Quantum Club. Oops.
Hi, I hope you can hear me. I'm Lily. I'm an undergraduate student at the University of British Columbia, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Quantum Club, which is an organization that is basically a group of students who are looking to create a community of other students together. While we might be under the umbrella of UBC, we have members who come from all over SFU, UVic, even as far away as Toronto or even internationally. What we're really looking to do is create an inclusive and diverse community of people who can all learn together and to really make quantum computing less intimidating for everyone, and so that it's accessible to people of all backgrounds. Yeah, next slide, please. And to do this, we do 2 main things. Number 1 is provide accessible and professional training to any and all students, hopefully making it palatable enough that people can come if they're just interested, and then we can give them the background that they need in order to be successful. And we also want to provide a support structure for students, particularly undergrads who might be intimidated by providing this inclusive community for them so that they can really get to know the material better in a more low stakes environment. Next slide, please. Our ultimate goal, though, is to get undergraduates into quantum research. And this is actually something that we have been historically good at. Pictured here are 3 of our super dedicated members from last year who were recipients of the Quantum Pathway Scholarship, which is a scholarship that I believe funds 4 terms of quantum computing research or just quantum materials research, that kind of thing. And all of these students were in 1st and 2nd year. We are super proud of them, and that just really goes to show that it doesn't matter what kind of experience you're coming in with, as long as you have this dedication and drive, the supervisors will recognize that and you'll be able to be successful. And we want to support students in this capacity and really make a space for undergraduates in quantum research. Next slide, please. So to do this, we run several academic-based events, such as our summer mentorship program. Last year, we had 14 mentees. We ran 2 introductory workshops for them so that they could hit the ground running with either a research project or some kind of learning focus. And they were also able to do some tours of some research labs, which kind of helps them to contextualize what they're researching. In addition, we run several student and industry-led seminars. Last year, we did some on quantum logic and quantum finance. And we also run different workshops every year to get you more hands-on, to help you understand the theory and to help you potentially implement some of these algorithms yourself. For example, we touch on niche topics like quantum machine learning and error correction. And that's something we are looking to expand on in this coming year. Next slide, please. And so what have we done this year so far? We've hosted our very first conference called QSight in conjunction with the University of Toronto. We had a great turnout. Tons of speakers came from all over Canada to discuss what they're researching in academia, what challenges they're facing in industry, and how undergraduate students can really find themselves in the field. It was a lovely experience. Bahia was there. And this is looking to become an annual thing. So if you're looking to potentially see what quantum computing can do for you, then maybe keep an eye on your emails for next September. Next slide, please. What's on the horizon for us this year? This November, we're partnering with IBM to deliver Qiskit Fall Fest in Vancouver. We're hosting a series of tutorials on how to use their Python package, which is called Qiskit. And we are also having a special guest speaker from them who is coming in to talk about what they're currently doing. We're also hosting a short introduction to ZX Calculus, which is a mathematical framework for thinking about quantum circuits. And that's actually hosted by one of our past mentees. So again, that kind of goes to show you how much you can learn with us in one summer when paired with your graduate student. In January, we're going to have a lot more workshops and talks, as well as a quantum casino social. We're looking to host more social type events, you know, for the community building aspect. And that was one of the most voted on. And in February, we're looking to host a networking night and career fair. So if by the time February rolls around, you're looking to maybe network with potential internship or co-op officers or people from research, then that's a great place to do it. Next slide, please. So yeah, we would love to have you join our community of over 500 students. If you scan this QR code here or click the link that I am sending in the chat, then you can join our email list, see us on socials, that kind of thing. And if you're interested in joining or asking questions to us about how can I get into research, how can I join your mentorship program, this is the place to do it on either our Discord or via email, that kind of thing. We would really love to have you as part of our community and help support your journey in any way. So again, thank you so much. And if you join any of the above communication channels, you'll hear about any of these events and learn how to sign up for them. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lily. Just taking a pause for any questions that have come up. Towards Lily or anything we've discussed. No. I'd like to now invite Ella Meyer to talk a little bit about our K-12 outreach.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Bahia. Hello, everybody. As mentioned, my name's Ella Meyer. I'm the program coordinator for the Diversifying Talent in Quantum Computing project. Our goal is to do what it says on the tin. It is to bring in a diverse group of people into quantum computing, although the age range I tend to aim at is a little younger than everyone else here. I'm mostly focused on K-12, particularly grade 6 to 12 education. And this is just my little plug for if you are interested in potentially thinking about how to design curriculum or how to, sort of start explaining those more complicated topics to a younger demographic, or you're curious as to what goes into that, we are going to start hiring for summer soon. It is truly never too early to start thinking about it. I have a staff that works about 6 hours a week, or if you're just looking to volunteer or mentor a little bit, understand a little bit more about the program, please feel free to contact me. Yeah, currently our focus is in quantum computing as well as trying to bring in some AI and foundations of coding for students in that grade 6 to 12 range, with our goal that, one day they will hopefully go to UBC, become Quantum Computing Club members, and eventually do the CREATE program. So if this is of interest to you, my email is on there. I'm also on the Slack for the CREATE program. So feel free to reach out anytime if you have any questions or if you're interested at all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ella. And there is information about this program in the Quantum BC website. So you can find more info there as well. So I'm just going to talk about some, not all, upcoming courses, workshops, events, in addition to the ones that previous presenters have mentioned. Just focusing on some courses and workshops, we have an introduction to quantum computing undergrad with Rogério de Sousa at the University of Victoria. We also have a software cross-listed undergrad graduate course at the University of Victoria with actually the two professors that Addie was referencing. It's on quantum algorithms and software engineering. And I believe, as in previous years, that is a hybrid course, so it is available online as well. We have an undergrad Quantum 1 course with Daria Arnsmeyer at SFU. And at UBC, we have an undergrad software intro to gate modeling with Olivia Di Matteo. There is also an upcoming virtual quantum machine learning workshop, which is geared towards graduate students in late January, early February. I have a slide, a little more detail on that coming up. And also at Victoria UVic, a graduate chemistry course, computational chemistry course with Irina Pacey. We will also be doing our second annual Quantum Silicon Photonics workshop, which took place last February at UBC. And I don't have the dates or the registration info yet, but if you're on my mailing list or part of the Quantum BC mailing list, which I will share, then you'll find out about it. As well, we have a monthly Quantum BC seminar series. It's the second Tuesday of the month at 2 o'clock. It's always the same Zoom link, and it's often also presented in person, or if it's not in person, then you can go to a room to watch it with others online at the 3 universities. And here's our upcoming schedule of speakers from December through May. Also, as mentioned, the Quantum Days 2024. And we will be having our second annual Quantum BC Research Day at the end of April. More details to come on that. And as I was referring to the Quantum Machine Learning Workshop, this should be open for registration early next week, next Tuesday after the long weekend, through the CMC website. If you're a student in Canada, it's $100. We've done this workshop every year, alternating between quantum machine learning and quantum chemistry. A lot of people in this meeting have taken one or both, and it's a really excellent workshop. Lots of hard work, but also teamwork. And there's guest speakers, there's a poster presentation. You'll gain a lot of valuable information. You, at the end, get a certificate and a LinkedIn completion badge. It's also a software credit if you're in the CREATE program. So check for that on the CMC website next week. And finally, just different ways, to stay in touch with Quantum BC, with myself. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter. We have a YouTube channel where we post our seminars and where things like this open house will be posted. There's my email address, and I just want to thank all the people that presented today, making it possible. But the meeting's not over yet. I'm going to post these slides in the chat, and then you can have them. And I also just want to ask anyone who would like to say something, whether it's a question or one of our presenters who missed saying something, just want to open the floor. There are no wrong questions. So if you have one, and of course you can also contact me later if you would like to ask a question through my email, which I've also put in the chat. David, I don't want to put you on the spot, who's joined from Xanadu, but if you did have anything you wanted to say about Xanadu, you're welcome to. Udson, I see, is here from CMC. Sarah from 1Qubit in Quebec. You're welcome to share anything you'd like to hear. The floor is open to you.
Hi, Bahia. Hi, everyone. Thanks. I was just going to mention that Xanadu's big summer internship program, our residency program for next summer. Someone else mentioned already hiring for next summer, and we've started that process as well. So all the details are on our website under xanadu.ai/residency. And yeah, anyone who's interested in spending next summer working with us on mostly on the software and theory and educational pedagogical aspects of quantum computing. Yeah, it's open now, and we'll be closing that and sending out offers in December. So have a look in the next couple of weeks. Thanks.
Thank you, David.
Hey everyone, thank you for the very nice presentations. So just about CMC, as Bahia had mentioned, we are organizing several training activities with the Silicon Quantum Photonics being, I think it's the last week of February. As a planned date, it's not defined, it's not defined yet, but it's a tentative. There will be the quantum machine learning workshop, as you saw, but we also have the superconducting quantum device workshop in the summer of 2024. So many activities will come next year. We have a position for quantum software development at CMC open. So if you're interested, just go to our careers website and apply it. And if you're interested in participating in projects with us throughout IBM's quantum computers, please send me a message. I'll be very happy to set up a call with you and discuss how I can collaborate on them. Thank you.
Thanks, Udson. If you, if you go under the events page on the CMC site, I don't think my link worked there. Let me try it again. You can see the past workshops that have gone on there too. There, that's better. So anyone else want to say anything or ask any questions? Please do. So thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to stop the recording.